Welcome back to Buffalo, 14-0 start here, and Nick Rice will be co-hosted now by Jason Hirsch. He's the new color commentary for this game here in Buffalo. So far, it's been all Bills in this one, but the Eagles get the ball, 1:14 to go, 3 timeouts, and Mike Quick takes it at the 5. Out left sideline to the 10, 15 across the 20, and is upended at the 25-yard line. And the Eagles have 1:11 to go, Jason, and has a chance to at least make this a 1-touchdown game.
Definitely. We'll see what Randall Cunningham can do and if he can lead the offense down the field for at least a field goal in the last minute and 10.
They have 75 yards to go for a touchdown and 55 yards or so for a field goal. Going deep, this is just Deshaun Jackson, and the Eagles are quickly in Bills territory, and they take a timeout with 1:01 to play, but Deshaun Jackson going up for the big grab, Jason.
Well, Deshaun Jackson has always been known to make big passes, big catches, and big plays in games, like we saw on the Giants a couple years ago in game-winning touchdown return, but this is nothing unusual for a receiver of his caliber.
He's known more for a speed receiver, but this time he goes up over the Bills defender and corrals the football, and now the Eagles set up shop at the 48-yard line. On a new set of downs, Cunningham to throw. Scrambles off to the right side and is taken down behind the line. Eagles call their second timeout with under a minute to play, and now they have 4 more yards to travel down the field, a sack, and the Bills make it second and long.
Yeah, the problem I'm seeing with the Eagles so far in this game is their offensive line has been struggling. If the Eagles can somehow find their offensive line of balance, and then if they do that, they'll have better chance of scoring more and winning more games.
Cunningham underneath, complete. Pete Ratzlaff, and he is taken down after a gain of 7, and he is down on the field, not getting up, holding his knee on that play. He must have injured his right knee there. We'll have the update on the injury status of the Eagles tight end right after this. We'll take an injury timeout.
If I'm the Eagles, it's definitely not great when you lose a player, but the Eagles have so many dynamic wide receiver weapons, it's probably not going to come back to affect them that much, but being a starting wide receiver, that's still a big loss.
Not a lot of NFL fans know too much about Pete Ratzlaff. He was one of the best tight ends in the National Football League in his era. Underneath, complete Harold Carmichael, and he takes it to the 33-yard line. And now we go to a hurry-up with under 40 to go. Cunningham takes the snap, and he spikes the football, and it's now a second down and 10.
We saw Carmichael make a lot of big plays, especially in the playoffs last year for Philadelphia, and so it's no surprise that he's stepping up in their time of need against Buffalo.
Harold Carmichael is one of the big-time Eagles receivers here in Philadelphia, but Pete Ratzlaff, the Eagles tight end, they may miss him more than we can expect. Brent Selleck and Keith Jackson back him up at the tight end position, but Ratzlaff was considered one of the best hands in the league. This pass is overthrown, and it's a third down, but Ratzlaff may be missed, Jason. He is one of the big Eagles tight ends to go along with this receiving core.
Well, definitely. Brent Selleck can make some big plays, but as a wide receiver when you get deep into the season, he's more of a power wide receiver. He's not going to get that kind of speed that you're going to see from Peter.
On a third down and 10 from the 33, Cunningham to throw, scans the field, off the right side, complete. Tommy McDonald, touchdown Eagles, and they are within a touchdown of tying this game up.
Well, the Eagles just continue to impress like they've always done in their franchise, just scoring these quick touchdowns. And right now, if you're Buffalo, you just probably take a knee and just get it to halftime before the Eagles can do anything.
Philadelphia can score in a hurry. We've seen that so far with this connection from Randall Cunningham to Tommy McDonald. That connection has scored 5 different times, so far in the DSFL, and we are only in week 5. This has been one heck of a DSFL combination, and now David Akers set to kick off, only trailing by a touchdown. Buffalo's got to be awfully worried that they've been dominating the game, yet only lead by 7 points. Leotis McKelvin out of the end zone, out to the 20. Right sideline to the 30, and is taken down there. And the Bills have 24 seconds to go, and as Jason pointed out, probably they're taking a knee here. They're going in halftime, only leading by a touchdown.
Definitely. Ryan Kelly proves to be a very good quarterback so far this season, but the Eagle defense, they can sometimes come up big, so I'm surprised they're throwing right here.
Yes, I am too. They do have a timeout in their back pocket, and Jim Kelly, as we pointed out earlier in the game, that he's one of the primetime quarterbacks in the DSFL, but when you make a throw like that, the Marv Levy of the Buffalo sideline may second-guess that decision to pass it.
Well, definitely. If you're Buffalo, you don't want Deshaun Jackson to have any chance to return a punt.
Oh, we saw that in the New York game. That is possibly something that could kill the Bills later on. Underneath, that is Steve Johnson for a gain of 4, and the Bills show no hurry to get back to the line. They'll go into halftime up by 7. So at halftime in Buffalo, the Bills are leading here by a touchdown, yet the Eagles show some momentum going. They scored on a Cunningham to McDonald connection to make it a 1-touchdown game.
Definitely. And also something about Stevie Johnson. He's one of the most underrated wide receivers in the NFL, or in the DSFL in this case. And I think later in the season we might see him a little bit more than we have so far.
The score at halftime, the Bills 14 and the Eagles 7.
One exciting first half offensive powerhouse of the game this has been. I'm going to imagine though the Eagles are going to come out of the gates at halftime and might score a quick one.
The Philadelphia Eagles ride the momentum at halftime after allowing the Bills to score 2 straight touchdowns. They are back to within a 7-point game here in Buffalo. Meanwhile, the Bills get the second half kickoff, and Jim Kelly will retake the field following the kickoff here in Orchard Park. We will have Leotis McKelvin and on your screen C.J. Spiller back deep to receive the second half kickoff for Buffalo, and David Akers to boot it deep. And the kickoff to start the second half here in Buffalo will be out of the back of the end zone. Impressive kick, and the Bills will take over. Jim Kelly with his first possession of the second half here, starting at the 20-yard line.
C.J. Spiller is proving to be a young talent to the Bills, and he's good as like a 6th man, so to speak, or 7th man player. But against the punting of Akers or kicking off, he has no chance of returning.
He is the backup quarterback now due to O.J. Simpson out for the year. And Thurman Thomas, the starting running back, getting into the lineup due to the injury, takes the first down handoff and is dumped for loss of 1. And the Eagles defense proving that they can respond with the first half of Bills' barrage of points in the second quarter with a stop there. 2nd down and long. So Jim Kelly takes over from the right hash. Ball on the 19, man in motion on a 2nd down, play action fake. Kelly rolling right and nearly intercepted. Ball is dropped on that play intended for Andre Reed, and a dangerous throw there. It's now 3rd down.
Well, definitely, if you're Jim Kelly right now, you want to make your offense more comfortable right now, and you want to comfort yourself even, because the Eagles, after scoring that touchdown, are going to look to be on a roll and just dominate the Bills, and the Bills just have to play calm and collective.
The Bills have to settle down. You're right, Jason. After starting the game 14-0, they look all but under control. 3rd down and 11. Ball on the right hash, 19-yard line. Kelly to throw. Looking, has time. Underneath, completes C.J. Spiller, and he fights forward. Will have to bring out the chains, but he looks to have that first down.
I would definitely say so. Again, C.J. Spiller coming up in the clutch time. This is not much of a surprise knowing him. And it is a first down.
The 3rd down running back able to get the first down, and the Bills move those chains. It's now a 1st down and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line. We have a flag on the play, and the Bills go backwards.
Well, if you're the Bills, it's just a letdown after getting that first down, getting some confidence back. You don't want there to be penalties on your team, giving the Eagles more confidence.
Back to throw, Kelly has time, complete, but no, dropped, and we'll have an injury timeout. This is Bill Berge with another prime time hit, and that one causing an injury. And whoa, what a big time play there by the Eagles safety.
Oh, definitely. And if you're the Eagles, this might come back to hurt them later in the game against the big Bills wide receivers.
2nd and long, Kelly to throw. 5-step drop underneath, complete. Thurman Thomas, the running back, trucks a man. It is near a first down. He was able to spin off a would-be Eagles defender and is able to get 14 big ones and get to the 39.
Well, definitely. You're Thurman Thomas. You have all the pressure on you of Buffalo fans in the DSFL, and he's led this team to a 3-1 record with help from his team, of course, but stepping up for the loss of O.J. Simpson, this guy is just something else.
3rd down and a manageable one situation. Handoff again, and Thurman fights forward, and the starting running back, due to injury, yet again, Jason, getting it done so far, has a first down, and the Bills, with 2 straight first downs, is able to get near the Eagles side of the field after returning that opening kickoff of the second half, looking for perhaps another touchdown on the board. We have injury update status for Brian Dawkins. He's back on the field and ready to go. 1st and 10 from the 42. Handoff off the left side, and Thurman Thomas trucks forward for 8 yards, and he's near a Bills first down.
I like what Thurman Thomas is doing in this game, but I think you got to put in C.J. Spiller for one of these plays just to confuse the Eagles' defense a little bit. C.J. Spiller probably has a little bit more speed on him than Thurman Thomas, too.
Thurman Thomas does have the power ability, and he's one of the top Bills rushers of all time. So on a 2nd down and 1, Thurman again in the game as the I-back. They go to double tight ends, the Bills do. And another handoff to Thurman, and he's got a hole across 40 to the 30, and to the 25-yard line goes Thurman Thomas, a gain of 26, and Brian Dawkins there to save a would-be Bills touchdown.
Yeah, and if the Bills end up winning this game, you got to give Thurman Thomas the Player of the Game award for what he's done, again, in the absence of O.J. Simpson against one of the best offensive powerhouses in the NFL.
Thurman able to get a breather. This is Fred Jackson in the game as the lone back in the shotgun. Kelly rolling right and has no time, dumped on the play. Jason Babin in there again and a loss of 8 yards.
Well, if you're the Bills, I don't understand why you're not going with the rush in that play. It's been working so far pretty successful on this drive. I guess maybe the trust of Fred Jackson and this team is going to be a little bit wary.
Well, that's actually a really good point there, Jason. The Bills have been dominant on the run. It's kind of confusing how they go to their first play back with a pass in the red zone, and now they're backed up with a 33 on a 2nd and long. Bills go back to a running formation with 2 receivers. Another handoff up the middle. This is Fred Jackson, and he gains only a yard. Colin Jenkins there to bring him down, and it's a 3rd and 17 to go for the Bills.
Well, if you're the Bills, it's not that big of a deal, even though you might think it has been being 3rd and 17. The important thing for the Bills in this drive is just to put some points on the board and put pressure on the Philadelphia offense to make bad plays.
Buffalo Bills 2 for 5 on 3rd down, and if they don't gain another yard, Ryan Lindell will go out for a 51-yarder. Kelly with 4 wide receivers. Low snap, under control, and he is dumped. Another play. He's able to get the ball away, but the Bills go backwards on their last 3 plays, and now the field goal unit has to trot onto the field.
Well, if you're Lindell, all the pressure's on you right now, so I have a chance of putting the Eagles in the back position and try to win this game.
With under 2 to go in the 3rd, the snap kick is on the way, and it is right down Broadway, and the Bills add to their lead. It's now 17-7 in Buffalo, and so far this Bills offense has gotten it going, at least on the last drive, Jason.
Well, definitely you're Buffalo. Now you put pressure on Randall Cunningham, and I feel like we might see some bad plays from him going forward.
Bills kick a field goal to increase their lead to 10 points. It's 17-7 with 2:32 remaining. Randall Cunningham, Tommy McDonald, and the Eagles offense will take over after this word from your local station. Make sure to stay tuned, Dream Season fans. We have quarter 3 and 4 action here between the Bills and the Eagles in a last-second thriller coming up. Don't go anywhere.